Hey everybody, Koricon here, and Zero came out with a teaser, Shah Rukh movie, and yeah, I was working on some other things, researching for a project I want to do, and this dropped. It's 4 in the morning, well, it's 4:30 in the morning, and so I figured, what the heck, let's turn the camera on and do the reaction for it since I'm already awake. And I would like to do it before I go to bed. Also, real quick, I wanted to share some stuff about an Amazon shop for an influencer program I just got approved for. I'll give more information about that at the end of the video. Just wanted to let you know. So let's check out Zero. We had a featurette video that came out that was more of like a CGI test, you know, for some of the visual effects of him kind of dancing around. Don't know if that would be in the movie, but it was more of like a test to see if they could do it. But I don't think they actually got into the filming of the movie yet. It was just for that featurette. This, though, is the teaser for the movie. So they're along with production. They're moving right along, and I think it comes out in December. So let's check out the teaser and we'll see what they got for us. That looks good. Wow.
Get ready with your Dil Jigar and Jaan for a most lovable mehman. Davango ki pehchan, tiger ki jaan. Is baar ki Eid ka pura chand, Salman Khan.
बस यही सुना जिसके पीछे लग जाते हो लाइफ बना देते हो.
This is a lot like the CGI test in the dancing, but it looks really good. Wow, that looks really good. The CGI, the visual effects for it look amazing. So let's go back to some of the movement. First off, though, without visual effects, I like the composition and the lighting of this shot. You have the background, you have the light coming down from the top, all of the lines going down the middle. It looks really good, just from a lighting cinematography point of view. But you can see him walking, and I don't, like, there's no flaw in that. It looks great, like even the shadow looks good. The lighting coming from the top on his head and shoulders, which I think for a shot like this, because there's nothing really else in frame to give size comparison, that you know, they're not using a forced perspective for this sequence. This shot right here would be all visual effects where they make him look smaller. The jump, you know, I think they were testing that little jump is why he did it, just to make sure that it would look all right. Now right here, I mean, this is amazing. Like, you don't see any, look at his jawline. One of the things that I had mentioned in the visual effects was some of the ways that they could make someone look smaller. Now I wasn't saying that they used it in this movie. I was really just mentioning different techniques that people could use. One of those techniques is face replacement onto a smaller person's body. Now, I know they didn't do that, so don't throw it in the comments that they didn't do that. I know. But I'm saying for one of those things, you would see lines around the jaw, you know, where it connects to the face. And you don't see that. Like, it's flawless. It's smooth. So it's not a face replacement. And I'm trying to see if I can see where they made him look smaller. Now, for a shot like this, since they're not showing his legs, they could be doing, you know, where they they lower the floor. They have a part of the floor that's lower than the rest so that he's shorter that way, and then they shorten his arms and things like that to compensate. But you don't have to shorten the entire body with visual effects. You can just have him walking lower than everything else. Whenever you don't see his feet, they're going to have probably shots like that where he's either standing in a hole or there's a part of the set that's lower than the rest of the set, that kind of like what you would see puppeteers use during a puppet show or a movie like Muppets, where the puppeteers are lower down so that the puppets are at eye level. So they're not going to make it that drastic, but maybe a couple of feet, just to minimize the amount of visual effects they would have to do in post. But that looks really good. That even with the camera moving and the lighting going around, man, they put some time into it. See, now that's a full shot, so it's got to be full CG, or not full CG, but adjustment, visual effects adjustment to make him smaller. Now, there was something... He's like, you're Salman Khan. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, I mean, the lighting on the face. Now, that's one of the things that you wouldn't have to do much with post-production. Like I was saying before, transforming the whole body size has got to take a lot of work. If you saw the behind the scenes on Fan, because on Fan he played the bad guy character, the Fan, but they also did the same kind of thing, but they made him look just a little bit shorter. It was like 2 inches, and then they made his shoulders smaller and his face a little thinner. And so they did some slight adjustments, but nothing to this extreme. But when you do those kind of adjustments, there are things that you don't have to adjust much, which would be like lighting and color grading. I mean, a lot of things that you would get from filming practically. Why practical always looks better than CGI for the most part. This looks really good. I'm impressed. So I'm trying to see a flaw in the CGI or the visual effects in the... I am not. That is... Oh, wow. That is exciting. Look at that. Wow. Even does a cartwheel. I want to know how they do the cartwheel. The cartwheel would be very difficult. See, making him look smaller is one thing, if he's standing or walking around. But doing a cartwheel, you're having to make a lot more of adjustment for the background. Because in real life, before you made him small, he would have a farther way to drop. And so to make it look smooth where he's half the height, man, I really, really want to see behind the scenes on this movie. Like, I hope they have a behind the scenes that's longer than the movie. I really want to see that stuff. I'm wondering, for some of it, did they use maybe some green screen so that they could make him look smaller, as if they filmed it from a distance and then did some adjustments with the visual effects to put him in so that the physics of the cartwheel would work better. Oh, there's so many. My brain is just going to go like haywire trying to figure out how they do every specific shot. But even this looks good with him jumping into Salman Khan's arms. Yay, give a kiss. Wow. Wow and wow. That's crazy. Oh man, I am in awe. That's a lot better than the visual test that they gave us for the featurette that they did. You know, obviously it was just a test, so it wasn't going to be the final product. But that in itself was pretty impressive. This is very impressive. Like I'd have to go frame by frame just to see if I could find a flaw, and just from reacting and going through this, I don't see any flaws. Maybe a little bit of the physics of him jumping in the beginning felt like just slightly off, maybe just a tad, but not very much. I don't know. I mean, it could just be my eyes. That is crazy. That's awesome. I'm excited. I really want to see this. Now, story, though, is really important. The visual effects, yeah, that is incredible. That's going to be awesome. And it opens a door for a lot of cool stuff. You know, when they did Lord of the Rings, they used a lot of stand-ins, forced perspective, some CGI, a lot of green screen, that kind of stuff, which I'm sure they'll be using as well. But they're also going to be integrating the technology that they used in Fan to make him just a little smaller, and then just increasing that for other shots. So combining all of these techniques, that is nuts. But it's the story. I want to know what the story is going to be, because if the story is not engaging and it doesn't have a good flow, then the visual effects test or the visual effects would be cool, but it's not going to, after a while, you're not going to notice it as much. You know, it'll be a shock like this in the teaser, and it'll be a shock in the beginning of the movie. But then once you get used to it, like 15, 20 minutes into the film, it's all about the story. So I want to see a full trailer that has some story in there, some nice dialogue. I want to see other characters, and I want to know how this character integrates and what's going on. Like, what is the story about, really? That's exciting, though. That's some crazy good stuff. But what do you guys think? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Wow. I'm gonna have to show my dad this one. He'll freak out. So I almost forgot the Amazon shop thing. I got approved by Amazon in their influencer program, which gives me an Amazon shop. So I have it linked in the description below under the support section. And what an Amazon shop is just products that on Amazon that I think are good, and if you buy them through my shop, I get a percentage. So it's a way of using an affiliate program. However, anything that I put in my Amazon shop is either stuff that I've bought or have been given by people, other companies that I did a review for, and they are products that I have used, reviewed, that I think are of good quality. So I'm kind of putting my name on it in a way. I'm saying that I think, in my opinion, that this is a good product. So if you want to check out my Amazon shop, that is linked in the description of every video from now on, and also on my website, Koricon.net. So like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I will see you on the next video. It's crazy, man, crazy.